Welcome along to another Meet the Team here at Focus Shift Films. We're going to be focusing today on myself, Daniel James Harris. I graduated from the International Film School Wales based in Newport about 6-7 years ago, I think it was. Specialised there in screenwriting and directing. Didn't really have much interest in camera work or editing, to be honest, and didn't quite come away with the technical skills that I've got now and maybe I should have come out with. I did work on quite a fair amount of films there, got involved with as much as I possibly could and worked with as many people as possible so I can try and gain as much experience as possible. I left with my degree, and then I was working at the car phone warehouse managing a phone shop and studying for my master's degree in screenwriting for film and television at Royal Holloway, part of the University of London. And whilst there I learned so much about story. I was studying there with some fantastic people and just learned so much there that I didn't in my degree. I just took my storytelling narrative capabilities to the next level. Towards the end of my studies, I decided that obviously didn't want to work at the car phone warehouse any longer and work full-time kind of selling mobile phones. I've been a shop manager in retail. I decided to take the leap, go to part-time so I can continue my studies. Came away with an outline for a feature film and 2 full scripts for 2 episodes of a 6-part TV serial that I'd written myself. I decided to take the leap and leave the full-time job. Bought myself a Canon 600D camera and Final Cut Express editing software. And then I started making music videos, promo videos, anything I could get my hands on so I could learn the technical capabilities that I needed. I think that you learn a lot about filmmaking through shooting and editing yourself, because in the edit you figure out what you've done wrong shooting, and the next time you go out and shoot, you've learned what not to do in the edit, and hopefully you progress quicker because you're learning there through trial and error. I was also working in television, working on Doctor Who, Gwaith Cartref, Baker Boys and Stella as a runner, and kind of figuring out how things work on the inside and the system, kind of from the bottom up really. I was also working as a first AD, as how I kind of met our Luke. Was I was working as a first AD on his short film Vive la France. That's where our journey began together, and it was a fantastic time. And I think Luke's a really good screenwriter and director, and I learned quite a lot from working with him. So I had all these things going on at that point, trying to push forward as a writer, as a first AD, as a runner, and shooting my own things. And then I was given an opportunity to move up to Derbyshire and to start a field sports related production company and run an online TV channel. And that's where I started to really learn things, because over 3 years there I was a part of 700 different videos for different global clients. Done some rallying videos, done some videos in Africa, Canada, USA. Was kind of out on the road a lot and helped build that online channel from what was 18,000 views when I started to 3 years later them reaching 50 million view mark on YouTube, which is a massive achievement. After about 6 to 9 months things were starting to pick up, and there was the opportunity to expand the team and take on someone else. And so I went back to my good friend Luke Andrews, and he just started editing, and I brought him on board full-time as an editor. We then started bouncing around a little more about shooting and editing and creating different styles for different shows that went out on the online channel. We really built a really strong relationship there, and after 3 years we both thought that it was time that we wanted to take on some of our own productions. We wanted to look at some of our own opportunities, and so we decided to start Focus Shift Films with Steve Parsons at Aero Perspective. Luke looks after script writing and all the creative stuff and the editing. Steve looks after the technical side of things and the aerial stuff, and then I look after the marketing side of things and producing. And at the moment now it's starting to really pick up, and we've got some fantastic opportunities. The biggest project we're working on at the moment, and really our first project at Focus Shift Films, has been the Save Our Male Voice Choirs documentary with Blanava Male Voice Choir, and it's unbelievable what we've been able to do there. So we've been developing that now, and it's now looking at probably being feature length, possibly 2 hours. We filmed with Channel 4 News the other night who were interested in putting the story out. We're talking with BBC Wales, and Storyville are also interested. And it's just grown so quickly and given us such a fantastic opportunity to shoot something that's close to our hearts. I've also been selected now to produce a short film for It's My Shout on BBC Wales called Hiraeth, which is, Hiraeth is a Welsh word which kind of means sense of belonging, a sense of home, a sense of identity. So through the work I've done there and kind of how I've been very capable in what I've been doing for Hiraeth, I've also been offered the opportunity to produce a Welsh language short film for It's My Shout and S4C called Pwyth. So Pwyth is heavy on visual effects, it's Welsh language. It's My Shout wanted someone that understood the technical capabilities of making a film and had a little bit of experience with visual effects. I've not got a great amount of experience, but I understand what's involved in creating a film that relies on visual effects, how to get those assets into the film, get them in early, what an editor will require, what the director needs to think about, and what the DOP needs to think about out on set. So they've asked me to produce Pulth, and I'm very excited about that as well. So by the end of this summer, I'd have produced Pulth, Here I've. Hopefully we've got a sale for Save Our Male Voice Choirs, and that'll be coming to TV broadcaster soon, and it's all going very well. So we're ticking over with some feature scripts that Luke's writing, and I'm bouncing them back and forth for him. We've got 2 short films we're looking to get out, and the future's looking pretty interesting for Focus Shift Films, and couldn't be happier. Do you know what I mean? I'm back in Wales, making the films I'd like to make, and making them with the people that I want to make them with. So I'm looking forward to the future. Stay tuned. It's going to be an interesting time.